Hey, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday the 7th, I believe. July 7th. We are back on. I don't think we've even talked. We haven't done a video since Saturday morning, which was July 4th, right? Yeah. So we had a great trip to California. Got a lot of stuff done. Had a great time with the family. Got to do some fishing on Sunday. Ryan and I did with some great friends and caught a few fish, although I don't know why I don't have pictures of them. I think Ryan does. But we didn't catch anything really substantial. It was kind of a bad fishing day, but it was a great day on the bay. So got some stuff I posted on Facebook. Underneath the Golden Gate Bridge was we just had a blast. Just two of my my closest friends over in California, and Ryan and myself. It was terrific. But we had a very productive trip to California, took care of some business, and got some family time. So we had a great time. So thank you guys for having patience with us and not being on. I don't know, we went on Thursday and yesterday. So I guess we missed 2 days. So you guys will notice, if you're on YouTube as well, that Monday's video, yesterday's video. Normally I do a special demo video on Monday and Wednesday, or some kind of content other than this Facebook. But yesterday we just completely ran out of time, so I posted one of the Facebook replays on there, and that's what I'll do again tomorrow. And then starting on Monday, I've got some projects coming up, so we'll be doing some going back to our regular content on Monday and Wednesday, starting next Monday. So, and you'll notice that some of the Facebook videos, I kind of got them out of order. So, like tomorrow, it'll be an older one. Anyway, I got really confused, which is easy for me to do. Anywho, so thanks so much. Hope you guys had a great 4th weekend. I know it's way past that, but we had a terrific time. So I will just jump right into the questions. And the first one that I've got has to do with something that I actually did on a couple videos ago. He's talking about some wood that he milled down. It says it's got a lot of small knots, like knots that are holes. And I'll need to fill them somehow and then sand them down. And wanted my idea on it. He says, I like the idea of the epoxy. I think epoxy and sawdust, but I don't have any epoxy here, so I'll probably go with wood glue and sawdust. Do you have a preferred way to patch knots or knot holes? So in the old days, I would definitely use wood glue and sawdust. And that works really good. It works really well. And you can carve through it, and it works great. Then I found Starbond, of course, and use that a lot for small stuff now. And now I'm going to start using, like what I did on my Make a Wood sign, my shop sign on 492 and 493, where I made that paste out of resin and sawdust from the actual board. And that worked out. Oh man, I love that process. That would be my preferred process now. So he said, he also said, can I carve through the epoxy and sawdust mix? And absolutely, I've carved many signs that were solid epoxy. So you absolutely can carve through sawdust and epoxy mix. My big caveat to that is, if you're going to carve through it, make sure that you got it in there deep enough. On 492 and 493, when I filled those cracks in my big piece of Gamble oak, when I filled those cracks, I didn't go in there far enough, and there were some places that I actually sanded past where the fill was. So just make sure, if you're going to carve through them, make sure that you fill those things really, really well with either the glue and sawdust mix or the epoxy, the resin and sawdust mix. But that should work fine for you. I don't see any problem with either one of those. I really like the epoxy and resin mix, but glue and sawdust the epoxy and resin mix, the epoxy and sawdust mix, but I like the glue and the sawdust mix too, just not quite as well. So anyway, that was my pointers. That was from Rob up in Packer country. Here's to you, Rob. Anyway, so yeah, just make sure that you fill them deep, and then if you want to see what that epoxy and sawdust mix looks like, go watch number 492 and 493, and that's where I filled the cracks on that big shop sign. So that's that. Any comments?
Well, there's questions, but not to do with that. So.
Okay, well, I can answer questions.
All right, Matt, Andy, Leonard, they all say hi. Hal Williams is watching. Larry, James Cole.
Hey guys.
Tessa, hi Tessa. Andy Littleton, Stephen Harrell, Jay Burby, Marla Busby. Hold on, I'm getting to the question here. I'm having a hard time seeing it. And my eyeball's blurry. Let's see, hold on. I'm getting there.
Mickey's having to scroll through the questions and all of the howdies and highs and how y'all's doing.
Let's see. Jay Burby says, working on my first sign ever now. Never been so frustrated in my life.
Oh, Jay, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Write me an email. Let me know what I can do to help.
Matt says he's pumping the sound through the outdoor speaker for the whole neighborhood to listen.
Oh,
he said, they're welcome.
That's funny. That's Matt Bay.
Randy Brown says, how many different sizes of tiki font are there available? Any discount for multiple sets? Thinking like 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. There are 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, and there is no discount, unfortunately, for multiple sets.
Well, actually, and you missed the 1.5 inches. There's 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inch. But if you want just 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inch, if you buy a starter pack, which is multiples on all 3 of those sizes, it is a little bit cheaper than just buying the sets. It's like I don't know, 2 each of all of the 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inch. It's like $150, right?
For the starter pack.
For the starter pack.
Okay.
But that's the same in all of them. We have starter packs in all the sizes. If you have questions, let me know.
That's it.
Okay. All right. So, on to the second question. Actually, this isn't. I get multiple questions on this on a regular basis, as far as sharpening the router bits. So, if you want to sharpen your own router bits, I've got videos to show you how to do that. Dad's done videos. I've done videos. It takes a little expertise and a little practice to do. And if you want, I didn't mark those videos down, but if you want videos on that, send me an email, eric@makeawoodsign.com, and I will send you links to those videos. If you're interested in us sharpening your router bits, and if it are the router bits that we sell, the cheapest way to do that is if you're a premium member. If you're not a premium member, it's $7 per router bit, and again, that's only the router bits that you have got from us, excluding the spiral upcut bit. So it's $7 per bit, and then just one $8.50 return shipping fee.
Jay Burby says, I'm doing outset letters, use the profile, and went about 1/4 inch deep.
Yeah.
Is that too deep?
It depends on what size letters they are. That is pretty deep. But if they're small letters, then that is too deep. If they're 2 inch size letters or bigger, then 1/4 inch is not bad. But again, another factor is what kind of wood you're using. If your router is the router shouldn't matter that much if you've got a decent router. But the wood will matter, because if you're carving oak, I would not suggest to go 1/4 inch deep right off the bat. If you're carving a hardwood or something that's difficult to carve.
He says they're 1.5 inches.
1.5 inches, then 1/4 inch is too deep. Back it off to 3/16 or less, depending on the density of your wood. But yeah, don't go over 3/16. You just don't need to. And well, it depends on the font too, because there'll be some places that if you're 1/4 inch deep with a profile bit, I'm assuming you're using a profile bit, then it won't fit. It just won't fit in there. So 1/4 inch deep will cut too wide of a groove. So back that off to 3/16, something like that. So let me know if you have any other questions on that. So anyway, back to the sharpening the router bits. If we sharpen them, $7 per bit plus one $8.50 charge for return shipping. Again, if you're using very many, because it's $7 per bit, then it really pays to be a premium member, which is $10 a month, $9.95 a month, and then all of the router bit sharpening is free. Again, just our router bits, but you still have to pay shipping both ways, $8.50 for return shipping. But if you're sharpening more than one bit a month, if we're sharpening for you, then you're saving money off of $7 per bit. But it just depends on how much you're using them, how many signs you're doing. Some of the things on the premium membership is or even if you're not a premium member, be sure if you're going to send us your router bits for sharpening, use those tubes that they came in. That makes a huge difference, because if you don't use those tubes, they could get all bashed up and they nick. Even though carbide is very hard, it's brittle, and they'll break if they bash into each other. They'll break or chip. If you can clean them for me before you send them to me, that would be amazing. That would be really, really good. Let's see, what am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something.
How do you know when they need to be sharpened?
Oh, that's a really good question. Somebody asked that?
Matt.
I have a video on that, but long story short.
Is that possible for you?
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to attempt. If it's starting to pull really hard, sometimes a burring at the surface, but not always, that's an indication. But the biggest indication is when you look at it, if it's shiny right on the edge. And I have a video that Vicky did some amazing camera work on and really showed exactly what I'm talking about. If you look right at the edge, not behind the edge, not in front of the edge, but right on the edge, if you see and look with either cheaters or a magnifier, if it's shiny right on the edge, that means it's rolled over. Microscopically, it's rolled over and it's dull. That's the first thing that I look for, is that shiny edge. Now, Dad or other machinists may tell you to run it across your fingernail, and if it kind of bumps across your fingernail, then it's probably dull. If it kind of pulls a little curl off of your top of your fingernail, then it's sharp. I never liked that test, but that's
what is your recommended cleaning process?
Cleaning process, you know what works really well? I use a Dremel. I dip the bit literally in water, and I just use a Dremel with a brass wheel. That's what I use. It works amazing. But you can literally just use a toothbrush and hot soapy water. You can do that. It takes a little bit longer. If you have a little brass brush that they sell like in packs at Harbor Freight and Tractor Supply, just a little stiff brass brush and water, hot soapy water that works really well. Those are the recommended things. I've tried the solutions that they make. They're all junk as far as I'm concerned.
Keith Costa's here.
Hey Keith, how you doing, buddy?
Keith Costa, who broke my red AM radio back in
now we're
7th
really
grade.
Off track. I don't
Keith,
think she. I think
Keith,
she
I
still
will never forget that.
I think she still harbors ill will.
You owe me a red AM FM radio,
which they don't even.
They don't
most
even
of these
make
people
anymore.
have never even
I know,
heard of that.
Dana Arbogast says hello.
Hey Dana. Yeah, you won't live that down, Keith, as long as Vicky's alive. So, anyway, so that is, I think that's it. if you have more questions, something that I didn't cover, or if you want links to those videos, just shoot me an email, eric@makeawoodsign.com.
Charles Wooster says, Eric and Vicky always give great advice.
Hey, Charlie.
Leonard Davis says, I use a brass brush from Harbor Freight.
Yeah, it works great.
Tessa said she would go broke if she wasn't a premium member because we have me sharpener bits.
You know what? There's a lot of people that take advantage of that.
Absolutely.
But to be honest, there's a lot of people that are premium members that don't take advantage of it. And I appreciate that. I really do. There are some people that are premium members that just do it to support us, and I can't even begin to thank you, all of you that do that. That is just amazing. But don't hesitate. If you're a premium member and you've got dull bits that you've got from us, don't hesitate. Send them.
Charles Wooster wants, I'm assuming it's Vicky, he wrote Ricky, but can you send me a PDF of Dave's signs? A PDF of what?
Of the logo?
Of the logo?
That's all. I mean, based on what you said right there, that's what it sounds
Darren
like.
Smith says y'all are a great way to wind down for the evening.
Who said that?
Darren Smith.
Darren Smith. Darren Smith. I was thinking he might be in here. Maybe. Yeah, he is.
Is he? Darren.
Darren. Keep an eye out, Darren. It's coming up. All right. Sign Carvers of the day. I need a...
All right, let's see if I can do this. My logo. He wants the... Which... Email me, Charles.
All right. Chris Langiel.
All right, I've redone this, so bear with me here. Doesn't matter, I'm still going to screw it up, but we'll try.
You're going to switch the camera and show yourself?
Show myself my burning eyeballs. All right.
I got some burnt face from the Bay Area, from being on the Bay.
I feel like he's getting on to me, Vicky, about the premium membership. Just ignore him, Matt. Everybody does.
Who?
You.
Chris from Canada used our profile bit and our base, and this is a slab of birch that he bought at a yard sale. Yeah, he bought that slab of birch at a yard sale a couple years ago.
Charles, email me because I'm not sure which one you want. Email me the Make a Wood sign or the Dave sign because we have two.
I love it, Chris. Great job, buddy. All right, Darren Smith, here it is. Darren Smith, this is...
Bring it down just a smidge. Is that a bunny rabbit? How cute.
36 by 36 panel board from Lowe's, and he's got Total Boat clear gloss varnish on there.
Aww,
Isn't that cool?
Painted it and everything.
Just a terrific job. I love it. Neat little sunflowers down there. Great job, Darren. Beautiful sign.
Cute bunny rabbit.
Pam Berry.
I think Pam's here too.
Pam got an order for, these are 7 1/4 by 11 3/4, and got an order for 30 of these for Father's Day.
Yeah.
Used a 611 and our base plate, profile bit, and our 90 bit.
Good job, Pam.
Terrific job, Pam.
She got a big order for some for Mother's Day too.
Yeah, I think both. Great job, Pam. Beautiful. Curtis Bailey.
I'm gonna try and zoom in on this. You guys bear with me.
This is he's a retired Birmingham PD officer, and this is a memorial plaque for the family of Lieutenant S. William.
Is all of that badge and everything carved?
I'm not sure. I can't remember, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. Curtis probably could tell you. He would tell you, obviously. Anyway, Lieutenant Williams was ambushed and killed in the line of duty on 6/2/20, and he was with the Moody Police Department. So I could really go down a rabbit hole on something like that, but I'll let it go. But our condolences, and Curtis, you did an amazing job on this, my friend. Terrific, terrific. I love it. Great job. I could talk about that for a while, which I did actually when we were fishing. Different story. Josh Tolson.
I think Josh is here too.
Is he? Mm-hmm. Good. 16 by 24 poplar. This is for his wife for Mother's Day, made by himself and his kids.
Oh, how cute.
Is that cool or what? Very cool. Some great stuff here. Good job, you guys. Love it. thanks so much for sending those in. So, in regards to sign carvers of the day, about a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I said that I'm going to take the 30-day in between off. Well, I'm putting. You guys took me up on it, and I got inundated with pictures. So
Lee Harrington was a police officer in Arkansas.
Lee was?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Thank you for your service, my friend. So anyway, so as of now, I'll need like only one picture per month per person, because now I've got a pretty big stack. So if you guys could just send me one picture per month per person for sign carvers of the day starting today.
Scott Christian said, "Oh hey, I was watching some other YouTubers doing wood signs, and they gave you a shout out."
Really?
Gave who a shout out?
You.
Yeah, me. You know that wench behind the camera?
Well, that's cool. I'd like to know who that was, Scott, but I know that there are a few out there. But thank you for the heads up.
Well, it might not even have been you. It might have been somebody that's on here. I just read it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know.
Hi, Andy.
It doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while I'll get a shout out, like from Cy, Cy's Corners, or Cy's Corner, and a few others.
Lee said his dad was a cop in Texas for 37 years.
Wow. Amazing what's going on out there right now. It's frustrating.
Oh, Scott
and sad.
said yes, it was you, and make a wood sign.
Oh,
Very cool.
Nice. Thank you, Scott. Thanks for letting me know. I'd love send me an email. I'd love to know who that was. I'd love to thank them for that. Oh, we got some great giveaways coming up on Friday, by the way. Danny Meadows has done it again. He sent us a whole box of cool flashlight stuff. It's amazing. I wanted to bring them out tonight, but you guys will definitely want to watch Friday night on YouTube, because we'll be giving away a couple really cool things. Anyway, some of the stuff I'm going to keep.
He's going to... Scott said he's going to look it up and email you.
Thank you, Scott. All right, okay, one...
It's a bird, for goodness sake.
What, get a mag? That came out of nowhere.
Josh Tolson and Dan Yoda said that's how they found you. Oh, fly.
Through somebody else.
Through somebody else, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Incredible.
And Matt says, I need to get to know this Danny guy. Danny's on here. I saw him pop on.
So, that's Matt Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of Matt Bay, you guys may not know this, because I can't believe that we only have less than 80 people, 80 sign carvers, and this is a horrible picture, but we have a sign carving directory for people that learn to carve signs kind of using our process, our system. And I can't believe there's less than 80 on there.
Oh, that is a terrible picture.
It is a terrible picture. But this gives you an idea. When you go to this sign carvers directory off of our website, Make a Wood Sign, just click on the sign carver directory. Over here on the left-hand, the left-hand side, you'll see a list of all of these. And then when you click on each one of these little router pictures, it tells you who's in that directory. So if you guys want to be, and I know that almost everybody watching me right now, I know that almost all of you might probably make signs good enough to be in the sign carving directory. So send me a couple pictures of what you've done, even if it's only one picture of your favorite sign. Let me look at it, and chances are you're good enough to be in the sign carving directory.
Matt says, I'm right in the middle.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, Matt's got.
He's got a special
I know
logo.
there's a way you can put your logo on there, but I'm not going there.
Yeah.
We'll just stick with routers.
So, if you guys, even if you don't want to be in the directory, go check this thing out. It's so stinking cool.
We got people in Norway and Sweden and Germany
Ireland,
and France.
I know Jason Harrison is over there. Anyway, but there's a lot of people international that aren't on this directory that you should be. So it's not like it's any big deal. The reason we originally put it together is so that, like, if somebody contacts me from Arkansas and they want a sign and they want to talk to somebody for a sign and I'm too busy, or it's something that I just...
They want to actually talk to somebody face to face,
and they
or
want
whatever.
to see somebody face to face. With this sign carving directory, if we have enough people in there, I can refer them to somebody else, and somebody else can do the same thing. If Matt Bay gets somebody down in Texas, he can maybe refer them to Frank Jenkins. Or, it just is a great way to put this community together. So if you guys haven't seen this sign carving directory, go see it. And if you want to be part of it, just shoot me a picture of your favorite sign that you've made, and chances are we'll put you in the directory. No charge. It's just something that we do, and I just think it's super cool. And Matt Bay is the one that
Matt
put it
said
together.
he's already had somebody hit him up from the directory.
Yeah.
The link to it is right on the front page of the website. You can't miss it.
Yeah, it's right at the top, sign carving directory. So go check it out. And again, Matt Bay is the one that put all this together for us.
And taught me how to put them on there.
Yeah, so thank you, Matt. And I guess that's it, guys. So I know we're going long on this. So thanks so much for watching. If you're seeing this on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to us,
okay.
Yeah.
Stacy and Chad, send them to Eric at makeawoodsign.com. Yes, Josh, I believe I've got you added in there now.
I think he is.
I think I added you when I got home yesterday.
I think he is.
Yeah.
But but check it.
And Tessa, send Eric some stuff. He'll look at it and maybe, you know.
Yeah. Send me.
Don't say you're not good enough, because you guys are always your worst critics. Send them to Eric.
Yep.
And let him decide. It's just kind of a,
Yeah, it's not.
Frank says, "Yoo-hoo, thanks for calling out my name, Eric."
We're not all
Good night, Darren.
We're not all going to be, top notch, excellent, super perfection, Frank Jenkins, Cody Schroeder kind of carvers, but we don't have to be. There, you can be just a good sign carver, and we're not all the same. So send me what you got. I want to put you in there. So anyway, that's it, guys. We love you. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back here tomorrow night, Lord willing, and we'll have some more stuff for you. So keep sending me questions. I need more questions. Keep sending me questions and issues. And who was it that was having a tough time?
Matt says everybody's family here building each other up.
Yep, that's right. So thanks again, guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.